Hello and welcome to CAD MANIAC. In this AutoCAD tutorial for beginners, we will learn complete AutoCAD 2D. We will cover many AutoCAD drawing in this AutoCAD basic tutorial for beginners. And we are using AutoCAD 2025 as well as AutoCAD 2023 version for this AutoCAD basic tutorial for beginners. We will know what is AutoCAD with full information from scratch to professional. This AutoCAD tutorial for beginners video can be followed by civil engineering, mechanical engineering, as well as electrical engineering students. In this AutoCAD tutorial for civil engineers series, you can get this AutoCAD submission drawings directly into your email. Just comment your email ID below. I'll start sending the DWG files after every 50 comments. I'll send it in lots. Every 50 comments, I'll send the files. And to learn these sets, follow this AutoCAD tutorial for civil engineers playlist. Now here is an AutoCAD electrical layout plan. You will get this DWG file as well. Just comment below. And in this playlist, you will get this AutoCAD electrical layout plan, a dedicated AutoCAD tutorial for electrical engineers beginner. So if you are a beginner, just watch this AutoCAD for beginners. Full university course is covered in one single video. In this AutoCAD tutorial for mechanical engineers series, you will get to know everything about AutoCAD, and you can follow this playlist for AutoCAD 3D tutorial for beginners. There are many AutoCAD 3D house related playlists as well. You can check. We will know how we can download AutoCAD for free, that is AutoCAD student license. Autodesk have launched AutoCAD 2025 version. So quickly we will see how we can download and install AutoCAD 2025 version. So to download AutoCAD 2025, click on the link provided in the description section below. If you have a student account, click on sign in and sign in with your credentials. And if you don't, then create one. Click on create account. Fill up your name, email ID and give a strong password. Accept the terms and click on create account. Next you have to verify your email ID. So open your email, click on the mail from Autodesk and then just click on verify email. So it has been verified. Hit done. Now scroll down and click on get started under AutoCAD. Fill up your email address, hit I agree and then click on continue. Select your educational role, input your date of birth, click on continue. Next select your country, put the address, city and postal code. Select institution type. Input the name of your educational institution. Input the school website. Input graduation date, just a random one. Check this box and click on continue. Again click on continue. You don't have to sign in to share ID. Just close this and then again click on continue. Scroll downwards. Then click here to upload your document. Select your college iCard from your PC and then click on continue. Then click on submit. Now go to your email. See, and verification email has been sent. Now get back to this page and reload. And here it is. You have the confirmation from Autodesk. Your access will last for 12 months. After that you can renew it. Now click on get Autodesk software. Now scroll down and click on get product under AutoCAD. Here it is, AutoCAD 2025 version. Then click on install and accept the terms. And then you can launch the installer, or otherwise you can download the software. Once the software gets downloaded, we have to extract the files. Now open the folder, Select the setup and then click on Run as admin. Then click on I agree and then click on Next and then click on Install. Now once the software gets installed, click on Finish and then launch AutoCAD 2025 version. Click on Sign In and sign in with your Autodesk ID. Now click on Go to Product and here it is, AutoCAD 2025 version. Click on New and you can enjoy AutoCAD 2025. After installation, we will run AutoCAD 2023 version from the Start menu. Just run any of the versions of AutoCAD you have. So this is the welcome screen of AutoCAD 2023 version. In the middle, we have all the documents we have recently accessed, and we can also pin the working drawings so that it stays at the top. In the right, we have the announcement section from Autodesk, and here in the left, we have learning section. You can access the online resources available here, and My Insights feature provides personalized recommendations to each user's unique AutoCAD uses. And in the What's New section, we have all the new features available, or rather added in the new release of AutoCAD, that is AutoCAD 2023 version. You can learn from here as well. And you can install AutoCAD mobile app from here. And you can buy the premium version of the AutoCAD mobile app, and you will get the access of AutoCAD from wherever you want. You can access the web app as well. From here, you can click on Open and open all your saved drawings. And to create a new drawing, we will click on New. Here AutoCAD provides predefined templates, so you can use these. We will create our own template in the later portions of this course. For new users, just click on New and a brand new tab opens. So this is the interface of AutoCAD software. We will know all of these in a moment. This is the drawing area, the model space where we will create our drawings. And the graph-like system is the grid. You can turn it on or off from here. You can use function key F7 to turn the grid on or off as well. And this is the status toggle bar. We will know all of these in this lecture. This is the model space and the layout tabs. We will use layout space to print the drawings. This is the command line. This will prompt you to take the next steps. So always keep an eye on the command line while working in AutoCAD. This is navigation bar or nav bar. Drawing navigations will be done using these features. Here you can see the X and Y axis. This coordinate system is known as UCS, User Coordinate System. And the meeting point is the origin, that is 0, 0. This is the view cube. We can switch views of a drawing or a model through this. 6 views and 4 isometric views are there. We can switch views from the view control as well. I prefer to switch views from this. This is the visual style control. We will learn about this in our 3D section. I'll get back to top view from here. This is the ribbon. There are different panels in the ribbon. This is the draw panel. This is the modify panel, annotation panel. These are the tabs: home, insert, annotate, parametric, view, each tab having different panels. This is our drawing tab. By clicking on the plus icon, we can open new drawing tabs. Let me just open a few drawings. Now we can drag any drawing window like this and create a floating window. And we can resize these as well. We can even pin the floating window by right-clicking so that it stays at the top while working in the drawing behind this. And we can drag it back to the drawing tab as well. We can minimize the ribbon if we want to enlarge our drawing area. You just have to click on this down arrow. Click again. Click again and it's gone. Click again to restore the ribbon. This is the application menu or the application bar. Basic features of any software are present here, such as new, open, save, save as, import, export, etc. This is the quick access toolbar. All the basic features of application menu are present here. We can customize the quick access toolbar by clicking on this downwards arrow. Tick to add, untick to remove. You can even add any tool by right-clicking and adding it to quick access toolbar. Here is the share option. You can share your drawing links with someone with two modes, view only and edit and save mode. The link expires after 7 days. And if you want to know the location of any tool, just use the search bar inside the application menu. So you can see the join tool is in the modify panel in the home tab present in the ribbon. So here it is, the join tool. And you can use this search bar to know about any tool or command. Just search for it and you will get every information about the command. You can use function key F1 as well to open this help window. So this is all about the interface of AutoCAD software. Now we will move forward and know about some of the settings which will help us to use AutoCAD software more efficiently. So type OP and press enter to open the options window. You can use spacebar as well in place of enter. Now in the display tab, go to colors. And from here, you can change the background color of the drawing window. I am changing it to black. It gives a sharper look. You can change the crosshair color, the cursor, and then you can apply. You can click on restore all to restore the basic settings. If you untick the display file tabs, the tabs won't show. I'll check this box. You can change the size of crosshair from here. I'll make it 15. Now in the open and save tab, you can check this automatic save option. You can set the interval as per your choice. I have enabled the software to automatically save the drawing after every 10 minutes. Now in the user preference tab, click on right click customization and turn the time sensitive right click on. By turning this on, right click will be equivalent to the enter key of your keyboard. You can use right click to repeat your last command. as well as you can right click to exit from any command. This is one of the most important settings of AutoCAD to work faster. Then from the selection tab, you can increase the pick box size. And you can see the pick box size has increased. Now type DS and press enter to open the drafting settings. Go to dynamic input tab, click on pointer settings and change the relative coordinates to absolute. We will know in a moment what are these. Next is setting units. We will know how we can set units before starting our drawing. So type UN and press enter to open the drawing units window. These are the types. We will learn all of these except scientific, as this is used in case of exponential systems. So to understand the types, we will see some drawings. So in case of this drawing, we will use decimal system as this is in mm. So in all the drawings which are in metric form, we will use decimal system. So to set units for this drawing, type UN and press enter. Set the type to decimal as this is in millimeters. Precision will be 0 in this case as these are all whole numbers, no decimal places. And insertion scale will be in millimeters. Angle is in decimal degrees. You can change as per your drawing. And this is the angle precision. So all good, hit OK. Now this is also in millimeter. So here the type will be decimal as well. Precision to 0 as these dimensions are also whole numbers. Insertion scale will be millimeters. Now for this one, type will be decimal and the precision will be 0.000 as there are 3 decimal places after the point. Insertion scale will be millimeter. Now for this one, type will be fractional, not decimal. Precision will be 1/8 of a unit as this is the maximum precision for this drawing. And insertion scale will be in millimeters. Now for this drawing, type can be either architectural or engineering depending on the precision. If the drawing has fractional precision, then it will be architectural, and in case of decimal fraction, it will be engineering. So in this case, we can keep the type to either of the two as these are in whole numbers. So precision will be set to 0 feet, 0 inches. And the insertion scale should always be set to the smaller form. That is, in this case, it will be inches. So if we draw a line of 67 feet 10 inches, we have to use the symbol of feet and inches. If we don't add any symbol, it will be considered as inches as we have set the insertion scale to inches. So I hope I have explained the drawing units properly. Now after setting the drawing units, you have to make some changes in the Dimension Style Manager as well. Let's learn those. So type D and press enter to open the Dimension Style Manager window. Click on Modify. Go to Primary Units. And set the unit format and the precision as we have set it in drawing units. So it is mandatory to set the unit format and precision as in the drawing units for every individual drawing. Otherwise, what will happen is, in whatever unit format and precision you will set in the dimension style manager, the dimensions will be shown in that manner only. As in this case, the fractional system has been changed to decimal. So let me change this again. So now this is in fractional. So now let's move on and learn how we can set limits for any drawing. So limit is a bounding box which we will create for our drawing. So to create the invisible box, we need to give a lower left corner and an upper right corner. Now suppose we want to draw this 6 units line in another tab. I'll come to line command later. For now, just understand, whenever I draw a line of 6 units, it's like a point and I have to zoom it to find the line. For this purpose, we set the limit. So if we want to create a limit for this drawing, we have to find the maximum x value and the maximum y value for the drawing. So this drawing is of maximum length 9 and the maximum width is 3. So we will increase the limit by some extent to accommodate the drawing. So I'll set the maximum x value to 15 and the maximum y value to 6. So to set the limit, type LIM and press enter. It's asking to specify the lower left corner, which is by default 0, 0, the origin. I want the same value, so I can just press enter or right click, or to put the value, type 0, 0, press enter. Upper right corner will be 15, 6. So type 15, 6 and press enter. Always use right click or space bar in case of enter key. So the limit has been set now. Now again, if I draw the line, it's the same. So we have to activate the limit window after setting it. So to do that, double click the scroll wheel or the scroll button of the mouse. This is to zoom the limit. Now if I draw a line, you can see it's perfectly fitting our drawing area. Here you can see the x length is almost 15 and the y length is almost 6. But it won't be as accurate as this because the screen resolution of the monitor has a part to play as well. More or less, the limit will be set approximately. Now if I minimize the ribbon and measure the y distance, it's more than 6 in this case. So due to different aspect ratio of monitors, the limit won't be accurate all the time. And don't forget to zoom the limit. Double click the scroll wheel of the mouse. Now you can restrict the limit as well. If you want, you can't draw beyond your limit. Here you can see I can draw wherever I want. Now to restrict the limit, type LIMC and press enter. Type 1 and press enter to activate the limit check. Now I'm trying to click on this side, but I can't. I can only draw within the limit, which is 15 units in positive x direction and 6 units in positive y direction. I won't be able to click beyond our limit. So to set limits, type LIM, press enter. Specify lower left corner as 0, 0 and specify upper right corner as per our drawing. And to restrict the limit, put the limit check value as 1 and vice versa. Now we will learn about the mouse functions and the drawing navigations. So scroll upwards to zoom in, scroll downwards to zoom out. Place the cursor or the crosshair on the object you want to zoom in and then scroll upwards to zoom. And to zoom to fit, double press the scroll wheel of the mouse. It will zoom the complete drawing area. And if you want to zoom a particular object, then type Z and press enter, type O and press enter, or select object from command line and then select the object and press enter to zoom the object. Now if we want to zoom a particular area of a drawing, then we can select window to zoom in. To do that, type Z and press enter, type W and press enter, and select a window like this to zoom a part of the drawing. Now to move the drawing window, we will use pan. Just press and hold the scroll wheel of the mouse and move the mouse to move the drawing window. Even we can pan a drawing within a command as well. As seen here, we are panning the window while drawing a circle. We just have to press and hold the scroll wheel of the mouse and move the mouse to pan. We can right click to repeat the last command. See, here zoom command has been repeated by right clicking. Select an object simply through left click. Scroll up to zoom in, scroll down to zoom out. Press and hold the scroll wheel and move the mouse to pan. Now we will learn thoroughly about object selection. So first way, as I just said, is to left click an object to select it. Other two ways of object selection are window selection and crossing selection. Now just left click and leave. Don't drag and then move the mouse towards right. A blue window is forming. This is known as window selection. And while moving left, it forms a green window, which is known as crossing selection. So the basic difference is whatever object the green window touches will be selected, while in case of blue window, whatever object comes completely within the window will only be selected. As in this case, if we want to select the window, we have to select it like this. If we use green window to select the window, then the wall also gets selected as it touches the wall in the process. If we want to select this charger, we can't select it like this as it selects the text as well. We can simply select it like this. So in case of green window, whatever it just touches gets selected, and in case of blue window, whatever object gets completely within the window only gets selected. So this is all about the selection methods used in AutoCAD. Now we will learn about the coordinate system with the help of this drawing. There are basically two types of coordinate system. One is Cartesian, another one is polar. In case of Cartesian coordinate system, a point is determined by the x distance and the y distance from a fixed point or origin. And in case of polar coordinates, a point is determined by the angle from positive x-axis and the distance from a reference point. Now, if we want to locate this point, x will be 2 and y will be 0.5 from this origin. So 2, 0.5 will be absolute coordinate of this point. Now let's check the absolute and relative coordinates of this point. Now in case of absolute, x and y distance will be considered from the origin. So x is 3 and y is 1. So 3, 1 will be the coordinate. And in case of relative, from this point, it's 1, 0.5. And in case of relative coordinates, we have to put @ before the coordinates. On whichever point we give @, that point will be considered as the new origin, and x and y distance will be calculated from that point itself. And in case of polar system, we press @, then the aligned distance, which is 2 in this case, then put a symbol of angle, and then the included angle counted counterclockwise from the positive x-axis. You will get a better understanding of this system in the next section, where we will cover the first command of the draw panel, which is line command. So to draw a line, click on this line tool or type L and press enter. Minimum requirement to draw a line is 2 points. So it's asking for the first point. Click anywhere to specify the first point or mention coordinates as x, y. Then just click randomly to form a line. Right click to exit from line command. So L enter. Just click random points to draw lines like this. Right click to exit. Again L enter. Click anywhere. Now if you want to draw a straight line, be it horizontal or vertical, turn the ortho on from here or use function key F8. Now you can draw horizontal or vertical lines. And you can turn ortho off at any point of time to draw random lines. Always right click to exit from any command. Now to draw lines at particular angle, we can use dynamic input. Now suppose I want to draw a line of 1000 units at 30 degree. So I'll put the line at 30 degree. And then type 1000 and press enter. You can turn the dynamic input on and off from here, or else use function key F11 to turn it off or on. If you can't find it here, just click on customization and tick it. So the angle and length will be shown dynamically while the dynamic input is on. Now suppose I want to connect the midpoints of these lines through a line as well as the endpoints. So object snaps should be turned on for this purpose. You can turn it on or off from here or use function key F3 to turn it on or off. And if you click at this arrow, you will get all the snaps provided in the AutoCAD software. I prefer to turn all of these on except the nearest snap. Now if the object snap is off and we give line command, see, we are not getting any snap. Press F3 to turn the object snap on. Now I am getting these snaps. Now if I untick the midpoint, but the object snap is on, see, the midpoint snap is not showing anymore, but the endpoint snaps are showing. Check the midpoint again. Now I can draw a line from this mid to this mid. Right click to exit. Right click to repeat line command. Draw a line from end to end. Same here. Now let's take an example. Here the starting point is mentioned. So type L and press enter. Type 2, 2 and press enter. Move the cursor towards right. Ortho should be on. Now this length is 8. So type 8 and press enter. Move upwards. This is 3. So type 3 and press enter. Now for this point, we will use Cartesian system, absolute or relative. We will use relative coordinates. We will draw from H to G. So type @. Now point H is the new origin. We are moving towards left from origin and downwards from origin. So both the values will be negative. So it will be -3, -1. Type -3, -1. Press enter. Move upwards. This is 4. So type 4 and press enter. Move towards left. Type 2 and press enter. Move downwards. Type 3 and press enter. Now again use relative system. So press @. Now this is towards left. So this is -2 and this is upwards. So this is 1.5 positive. So type -2, 1.5. Press enter. Again put @ at this point. This is -1 and this is -1.5. So type -1, -1.5. Press enter. Then just click at this point and right click, or just click on close in the command line to close it and exit from line command. So I hope you all have understood the Cartesian coordinates by now. Now let's move to another drawing. First 3 coordinates are mentioned. So type L and press enter. Type 1, 1. Press enter. Type 4.1, 1. Press enter. Type 4.5, 2.2. Press enter. Move the cursor towards right. Turn the ortho on. Type 2.3. Press enter. Now we will use polar coordinates. So put @, then the aligned length, which is 1.4, then give angle symbol and the angle counterclockwise from the positive x-axis, which will be 30 degrees. So type 30 and press enter. So here it is. Press Ctrl key plus Z key to undo. Now another way of doing this is turn the ortho off, use dynamic input, place the line at 30 degrees interval and type 1.4 and press enter. Undo. One more method. Put the value of the length first. Press the tab key. Put the angle and then press enter. Now there is one more method. Turn the polar tracking on from here or use function kf10 to turn it on. Click on this downwards arrow and you will get hell lot of angle interval settings. I want the 30 degree interval setting, so I'll click on this. Now it shows a green extension line whenever there is a 30 degree interval. Now just type 1.4 and press enter. Now turn the ortho on. Move the cursor upwards. Type 2.1 and press enter. Here this angle is 120 degrees. Don't forget, angle will always be calculated counterclockwise from the positive x-axis. So type 1.6, use tab key, type 120 and press enter. Now just complete the drawing as shown. Use any of the methods you feel comfortable with. Just practice with one method so that you get the speed after some time. Once completed, right click to exit from line command. So this is all about line command and coordinate systems. Just put this drawing in your mind and you will never forget the Cartesian and polar coordinate system. Next is Polyline tool or Polyline command. Here is the Polyline tool. Shortcut is PL, enter. So I have made a triangle using a Polyline command. Same thing I'll draw using line command. And then we will know the difference between the line and polyline. Here we can see this triangle is made of single lines. And this one is a joint entity. If I select this one, the whole triangle gets selected. Now I can convert this polyline into lines. Just use explode tool or just type X and press enter. And this is exploded into single lines. We can erase the lines and it's no more a single entity. Whereas to convert lines into polyline, we have to use join command from here or type J and press enter. Now this is a single entity. You can erase this and the whole triangle gets erased. Now this drawing can be made by using Polyline command. Let's see how we can do this. So type PL and press enter. Click anywhere in the drawing area, move the cursor towards right, turn the ortho on. This is 6, so type 6 and press enter. Now there is an arc of radius 1.5 units. So click on arc in the command line or type A and press enter. Now you have to specify the diameter of the arc. So type 3 and press enter. Now you can see the arc is continuing, but we want line. So click on line in the command line or type L and press enter. Draw the lines as shown. Now again click on arc in the command line or type A and press enter. Then just click at this snap and then right click to exit from Polyline command. So Polyline command is used to draw lines and arcs simultaneously in a single command. Now let's see another example. So type PL and press enter. Click anywhere in the drawing area, turn the ortho on, move the cursor upwards. This is 60. So type 60 and press enter. Then click on arc in the command line. Type 32 and press enter to specify the diameter of the arc. Type L and press enter. Draw the line of 100 units downwards. Type A and press enter. Specify the arc diameter as 36. Press enter. And in this way, switch between arc and lines and complete the drawing as shown. So this is done. There is one more feature of Polyline command which we will see in this drawing. I'll erase this. Now we will create this using Polyline command. So type PL and press enter. Click at this snap. Turn the ortho on. Draw a line like this. Then for making the arrow, click on width in the command line. Specify the starting width as 150. Press enter. Specify the ending width as 0. Press enter. See, an arrow is forming. Now specify the length of the arrow as 250 and press enter. Then continue this line up to this point. Click on arc in the command line. Then click at this snap. Sorry, not this one. Click here. Then type L and press enter. Draw the line as shown. This time click on half width. Not much of a difference. You just have to give half of the width. So I'll type 75 and press enter. Ending width will be 0. Length is 250. And just click at this snap and then right click to exit from Polyline command. So this is how Polyline command can be used to draw quickly and efficiently. Moving on to our next command, which is circle command. So here is the circle tool in the draw panel, and it has various forms. Through command, it's C and press enter. It's asking for the center point. So click anywhere to specify the center. Now it's asking for the radius. So I'll type 100 and press enter. So it's a 100 radius circle. Next is center diameter. So type C and press enter. Now if I want concentric circle, I have to turn the object snap on. Center snap is checked. Still it's not showing. Just hover the cursor over the circle, and here it is, the center snap. These are the 4 quadrants of the circle. Now click on the center snap, click on diameter in the command line, or type D and press enter to specify the diameter. Type 100 and press enter. So this is 100 dia circle, and this one is 100 radius circle. Next is 2-point circle. So type C and press enter. Click on 2P in the command line. Then just specify the 2 points. And a circle will pass through these 2 points. And the distance between the 2 points will be the diameter of the circle. Next is 3-point. Let me just make a triangle. Now suppose I want a circle passing through the 3 vertices of this triangle. So to do that, type C and press enter. Click on 3P in the command line. And just click at the 3 vertices. And a circle is formed passing through these 3 points. Same way, a circle can be drawn passing through the 3 midpoint of these lines. Next is tangent and radius. 2 tangents and 1 radius we have to mention. Now suppose I want to draw a circle of radius 500, which is tangent to these 2 circles. So type C and press enter. Click on TTR in the command line, or type TTR and press enter. Select the first tangent towards the right of this quadrant. Click next tangent towards the left of this quadrant, and then specify the radius as 500 and press enter. So this is 500 radius circle, which is tangent to these 2 small circles. Now a circle tangent to these 2 circles can pass like this as well. So to draw a circle like that, again type C and press enter. Click on TTR in the command line. Now select the first tangent in the outwards direction. Same for this one, and then specify the same radius. So there are multiple possibilities for the same circle. Tangent locations will decide from where the circle will pass. Now I want a circle which will be tangent to these 3 circles. For that, we have to click on tangent and tan. Then just click at the 3 circles. And here it is. Now just take a few examples. So we'll draw this one. There are multiple circles here. So type C and press enter. Locate the center anywhere. Type D and press enter. Specify diameter as 2 and press enter. Right click to repeat circle command. Click at this center snap. Click on diameter in the command line. Type 2.75 and press enter. Next is 7 dia circle. So right click to repeat circle command. Specify the center and the diameter as shown. Now this base circle is of 5 dia and these circles are placed at 120° interval and this distance is 2.5. Again right click to repeat circle command. Come to the center snap. Don't click. Just move the cursor downwards like this to take an extension. You can see a green dotted line. You have to turn the object snap tracking on from here, or else press function key F11 to turn it on or off. If it is turned off, you can't track a point in any direction. I have turned it on. Now see, center snap can be tracked. So track it downwards and type 2.5 and press enter. Now the center to center distance is maintained at 2.5 units. Specify radius as 0.5 and press enter to create the circle. Now we will learn about the rotate command. Suppose I want to rotate the circle by 120 degrees. For that, either click on rotate tool in the modify panel or type RO and press enter. Select this circle, press enter. Now it's asking to specify the base point. Base point will be the center of the base circle. So click at this center snap. Move the mouse and it's rotating. Now just type 120 and press enter. Let's see again. Type RO and press enter. Select the circle, press enter. Click at this center snap. Then there is an option of copy in the command line. So click on this or type CO and press enter. And then specify the rotation angle as 120 degrees. So it will rotate the copy of the specimen. Let's do it one more time. Repeat rotate command, select the circle, press enter, click at this center snap, type CO and press enter to enable copy. Type 120 and press enter. Now suppose I want to rotate this window and place it over here. So select the window, type RO and press enter. Click at any snap, it's rotating. Turn the ortho on. Now it will rotate by 90 degrees interval. Then just click as shown to change the orientation of the window. Now we can place it here. One more example. Let's rotate this door. Type RO and press enter. Select the door, press enter. Click at this snap. Click on copy in the command line. And then just click in this side to rotate it by 90 degrees. Two more orientations by rotating. Now you can place the doors accordingly in your plan. Let's draw these circles and understand move and copy command in details. First of all, I'll draw the circle of radius 50. So type C and press enter. Specify the center at a random point. Type 50 and press enter. Now this circle is placed at 50x distance from the center and 40y distance from the center. Now type C and press enter. Then you can take extension at only one direction at a time. So take an extension of 40 units upwards from the center as shown. Specify the radius as 25 and press enter. Now I'll move this towards right by 70 units. So select the circle, type M and press enter. Click anywhere in the drawing area. Ortho should be turned on. Move the cursor towards right and type 70 and press enter to move. Now while moving, you can select any snap as base point and move as well. Now let's draw the circle at the center. Now I'll move it downwards. So type M and press enter. Select the circle, press enter. Click at this center snap. Now we will use relative coordinate system to move. So to make this point our new origin, press @ key. Now we will move it to the third quadrant. So both values will be negative. So type -50, -60 and press enter, and the circle has been moved. Let's try it one more time. Draw the circle at the center. First I'll copy this one. Copy and move are basically same command. In case of copy command, we move and copy of the object, and in case of move, we move the object. So to copy, type CO and press enter. Select the circle, press enter. Click at this center snap. Then type @70, 40. Right click to exit from copy command. Now select the circle. Type M and press enter. Click anywhere in the drawing area. Ortho must be on. Move towards left. Type 50 and press enter. Right click to repeat move command. Select the circle again. Press enter. And move it downwards by 60 units as shown. So hopefully you have understood the move and copy command. Now let's move to our next command, arc command in the draw panel. It has various forms. So to understand this, let's first draw a straight line of 100 units length. Now either click on arc from here or type A and press enter. Now first one is the 3-point arc. Basically we specify 3 points and an arc passes through those 3 points. First, then turn the ortho off, second and third. Right click to repeat arc command. 1, 2 and 3. Again like this. Just click at the 3 points. Let's erase these. Next is start center end. So click here or type A and press enter. Click at this point as the starting point of the arc. Click on center in the command line or type C and press enter. Specify the center of the arc as the midpoint of the line, and then click to specify the end point of the arc at the point you want. Start, center, end and center, start, end are the same, only the sequence is different. Let's try this one. First specify the center, then the starting point, and then the end. Next is start center angle. So this is the start, this is the center, and suppose the angle is 45 degrees. So it's basically the included angle of the arc. I'll show you the angle from the center of the arc. Next is start center length. So this is the start, this is the center, and let's specify the length as 95 units. So it's basically the chord length, the aligned distance between the start point of the arc and the end point of the arc. Next is start end angle. So this is the start, this is the end, and let's take the angle as 45 degree. Another one, start, end, and 90 degree. One more, start, end, and 180 degree. This is also the included angle, the angle between the center to start point and center to end point. As you can see, this is 45 degree, this is 90, and this one obviously is 180 degree as this is the semicircle. Next is start end direction. So this is the start, this is the end, and you can see a yellow dashed line which is dynamically tangent to the arc. So we specify the angle of this line and an arc tangent to this line forms. Give it 90 and a semicircle forms. Next is start and radius. So start, end, and let's specify the radius as 40, but nothing happens. No arc is formed. This is because the distance between start and end point of the arc is 100. So the minimum radius will be 50. Let's give 100 and press enter. And an arc of 100 radius forms, passing through these 2 points. Let's take another example. Start, end, and specify the radius as 5000 units. And here is the arc of radius 5000. And this is the center of this arc. And these 3 are basically the same, only difference is in their sequence. And continue is the continuation of an arc where you have last left. See, random arcs are forming from the last point of the arc. So this is all about the arcs. I hope you have understood all the forms of arcs. And one more thing, whenever you create an arc, if you press Ctrl key before clicking the endpoint of the arc, the direction of the arc changes. So to draw the arc of this door, we use the option Start Center End. This is the start, this is the center, and this is the end. Now let's use some arcs and complete the remaining portion of this drawing. We will learn offset command in the process as well. Now this is 2.312. We have to find this radius. This is 0.438. So the difference between these two is what we want. I'll take Start Center End, or maybe Center Start End. So type A and press Enter. Click on Center in the command line, or type C and press Enter. Click at the center, move the cursor towards right, turn the ortho on, type 1.874, press Enter, turn the ortho off, and click at this snap to complete the arc. Repeat arc command. Click on center in the command line. Click at the center. Move the cursor towards right. Type 2.75. Press enter. And then click at this snap. Now to create this arc, we'll take start and radius. This is the start. This is the end. And specify radius as 0.438 and press enter. Repeat the process. So this is done. I'll change the crosshair color. Yellow is not visible at all. I'll make it red. As we have created this, we can use offset command to create the outer portion with ease. We will just need the offset distance, which will be the difference between these two radiuses. So here is the offset command in the modify panel. Or else type O and press enter. Specify offset distance as 0.437. Press enter. Select the object to offset. And click at the side you want to offset the object in, like this. Right click to exit from offset command. Now suppose we have drawn this one using Polyline command and I want to create the inner one. Here this will be the offset distance. So to offset, type O and press enter. Specify offset distance as 0.313. Press enter. Select the polyline and click inverse. And right click to exit from offset command. Now we can even join portions of drawing and use offset command. I am selecting these three arcs and converting these into polyline by typing J and pressing enter. Now I can offset this at once at a distance I want. Always right click to exit from any command. Now in case of the staircase, let's see how we can offset these depths. Just type O and press enter. Specify offset distance as 250 units as the tread is 250 millimeters. Select the line, click upwards and repeat the process. There is a way to offset faster. After selecting the object to offset, click on multiple in the command line or type M and press enter. Then just continue left clicking and multiple offsets will be created until you stop clicking. You don't have to select the object again and again. Right click to exit. Now we will move to our next command, rectangle command. Here it is in the draw panel. Click here or type REC and press enter. To create a rectangle, we need two opposite corners. It's asking for the first point. Click anywhere. Move the cursor. And then again click to form a random rectangle. Now to add dimension to a rectangle, type REC and press enter. Click at the first point and then click on dimension in the command line or type D and press enter. It's asking to specify the length. So type 500 and press enter. Now it's asking to specify the width of the rectangle. Type 400 and press enter. And then just left click in the side you want to place the rectangle in. So type REC and press enter. Specify first corner. Click on dimension in the command line. Specify length. Press enter. Specify width. Press enter. And then just left click to place the rectangle at the quadrant you want. Repeat rectangle command. Click at this snap. Then there are two more options, area and rotation. Click on area or type A and press enter. Specify the area as 5000 units. Then select between length and width which you want to specify. Select length and then specify the length as 500 and press enter to form the rectangle. Width being calculated by the software itself, as we have mentioned the area and the length. Again type REC and press enter. Click at this snap. Click on rotation in the command line. Now mention the rotation angle as 15 degrees. Press enter. Quadrants have also been rotated by 15 degrees. Now you can click on dimension in the command line to specify length and width. Specify length as 500. Press enter. Specify width as 400. Press enter. And you can left click anywhere to place the rectangle wherever you want. Now if you repeat rectangle command, it is still creating the rectangle at 15 degrees. So click on rotation in the command line and set the angle back to 0. Let's check some other options. Type REC and press enter. Before clicking the first corner point, there are some options in the command line. Let's learn these. First is chamfer. Click on chamfer in the command line. Chamfer means it will cut the corners like this. So we have to specify two chamfer distances. Now it's asking to specify the first chamfer distance. So I'll type 100 and press enter. Now it's asking to specify the second chamfer distance. I'll keep it same. So type 100 and press enter. Now the process is same. Specify first corner. Then when we move the cursor, see chamfers have been added to all the four corners. Now you can just click or mention the dimension of the rectangle. So these are the two chamfer distances we have given. Now when we repeat the rectangle command, chamfer settings are still there. So click on chamfer and change both the first and second chamfer distances to 0. Now you can see the chamfer is disabled. Next is elevation. So click on elevation in the command line. Let's specify the elevation as 7000 units. And then just draw a rectangle, same as this one. Now the difference is, if we shift to an isometric view, you can clearly see the rectangle formed is elevated at 7000 units in the Z direction. I'll get back to top view. Erase this. Repeat rectangle command. And I'll set the elevation to 0. Next is fillet. In filleted rectangles, we will have arcs at all the corners. Now let's specify the fillet radius as 100. Press enter. Then while we draw the rectangle, fillets of 100 radius are added at all the four corners. We can add dimensions to this rectangle. I'll just randomly click at any point to complete the rectangle. Now the filleted rectangle will continue until we make it 0. Next is thickness. So click on thickness in the command line. Let's specify the thickness as 100 and create a rectangle. Now let's change the view to southwest isometric. This is the thickness. It's 100. But it's not a solid object. If we change the visual style to conceptual, we can see it's a surface having a thickness of 100 units. We will get back to 2D wireframe and top view and erase all the rectangles. Then repeat rectangle command. Change the thickness back to 0. Last one is width. So click on it. Specify the width as 50 and make a rectangle. So width is the line width, as we can see. So we will change the width back to 0. And we can create a normal rectangle. So to create a normal rectangle, just click on dimension in the command line or type D and press enter. Specify length, press enter. Specify width, press enter again. And then just left click to place the rectangle in whichever quadrant you want. Now we will learn about stretch command. So click on stretch in the modify panel. or type S and press enter. Now you have to select the rectangle by green window selection like this. You have to leave a portion of the rectangle which will be considered as fixed. You can't select the complete rectangle. Let's see what happens if we select the complete rectangle. Select it, press enter. Click anywhere to specify a base point, and when we specify the second base point, it's simply moving the rectangle. It's not stretching. So correct way is type S and press enter. If you want to stretch it towards this side, select it using crossing window selection as shown. Press enter. Ortho must be on. Click anywhere in the drawing area and specify the next point at 200 distance towards this side. You can see the length has been stretched by 200 units. Repeat stretch command. Don't use window selection like this. Always use crossing window selection. Leave the bottom part. Press enter. Click anywhere in the drawing area. Move downwards. Type 200 and press enter. See, it has been reduced by 200. Now let's learn about scale command in the modify panel. So let me first create a rectangle of 100 units length and 100 units width. Now let's draw two diagonals using line command. Now click on Scale tool or type SC and press enter. Select the rectangle. Press enter. It's asking to specify the base point. So let's click at this point. Now it's asking for the scale factor. So type 2 and press enter. Now the square is doubled with respect to this point, as we have made this the base point. Now let's try again. Type SC and press enter. Select the rectangle. Press enter. Now select this as the base point and give a scale factor of 2. Press enter. Now see, this point is fixed and it's scaled in this direction. Now we will scale with respect to the geometric center. And you can see it has been scaled uniformly at all directions. So the base point and the scale factors, these are the two main parameters of scale command. Let's see again. Type SC and press enter. Select object. Press enter. Specify base point. Give scale factor of 0.5 and press enter. Next is scale with respect to reference. We will learn that in a moment. Before that, let's take an example of rectangle command. So this is a rectangle with fillets at all four corners. And the fillet radius is 1.9. You can calculate it. So type REC and press enter. Click on fillet in the command line or type F and press enter. Specify radius as 1.9. Press enter. Click randomly to specify the first corner of the rectangle. Then click on dimension or type D and press enter. Specify length as 11.5, press enter. Specify width as 9.6, press enter. And then just click in the side you want to place the rectangle in. Now you can draw these circles quite easily. And by using the geometric snap, you can easily locate the center of the circle placed at center. So type C and press enter. Just hover the cursor on the rectangle. You can see the geometric snap. Click at this snap and click on diameter in the command line. Type 4.5 and press enter. Next, we'll create a few more rectangles. So we'll create this room using rectangle command. So type REC and press enter. Click anywhere in the drawing area. Type D and press enter. Specify length as 3357. Press enter. Specify width as 2800. Press enter. Then just left click to place the rectangle. Now here is this wall of 125 millimeters and this room next to it. So repeat rectangle command by right clicking. Take an extension upwards from this snap. Object snap tracking must be on. Track it upwards. And type 125 and press enter. Now click on dimension in the command line. Specify length as 3357. Press enter. Specify width as 3525. Press enter. And then click in this side. Next is the kitchen. Repeat rectangle command. Take extension of 125 as shown. Click on dimension in the command line. Next is the dining area. Here I have created some mess, I think. Length and width will be reversed. So specify length as 3357. Press enter. Specify width as 2962. Press enter. Then just left click to place the rectangle. Here there is no wall between dining and kitchen. So we can start the rectangle from this point. Just reverse the length and width here. Then take extension towards right. And draw this rectangle. Now we'll trim this part. Here is the trim command. Or else type TR and press enter. Then just select the part to trim. The part we'll select will be trimmed. Right click to exit. So you can guess how quickly we can complete this plan by following this method. So this is all about rectangle command. Now we will know how we can attach an image and scale it with reference. So to attach, go to Insert tab, click on Attach, or type ATTA and press enter. Select an image you want to attach. Just double click on the image. Hit OK. Then just press enter twice or right click twice to attach. Now to zoom the image, just double press the scroll wheel of the mouse. Now this length is 3.1. Let's just draw this line. See, with reference to the image length, this length is way bigger. That's why we have to scale an image to proportion after attaching it. So to scale, type SC and press enter. Select the image. Press enter. Select this point as the base point. Now we don't know the scale factor, so click on reference in the command line or type R and press enter. Then select any length in the image. Just click at the starting and ending point of the dimension. Then specify the distance between these 2 points and press enter. Now if I draw a line of 3.1 units, it's the same as in the image. So to attach, type ADTA, press enter, select the image. Hit OK, press enter twice. Double click with the scroll to zoom. Here you can see the length is 3 to 4 times than in the image. So to scale, type SC and press enter. Select object, press enter. Click on reference. Select the reference length. Then select the new length and press enter. So this way we can scale our image with reference. One more thing. Now suppose I have a rectangle of 5 units length and 2 units width. Now I want to scale the length of the rectangle with reference to the length of this line. So type SC and press enter. Select the rectangle. Press enter. Specify base point. Click on reference. Then select this length. Now suppose we don't know the length of this line. So we'll click on points in the command line. Then select the start and the end point of the line. And hence the length of the rectangle is scaled as per the line length. Now we will move to our next command, that is Polygon command. Now we can click on Polygon tool from here or type POL and press enter. Specify number of sides of polygon. I want a hexagon. So type 6 and press enter. Now you have to specify the center of the polygon. Click anywhere in the drawing area. Now there are two options, inscribed and circumscribed. We will know this in a moment. Let's first create an inscribed polygon. So click on inscribed or type I and press enter. Then specify radius of the circle. Let me type 200 and press enter. So this is an inscribed polygon of radius 200. I'll just change the color of this polygon. We will learn about this properties panel later. Now for circumscribed polygon, press enter. Number of sides 6, press enter. Specify center as the geometric center of this polygon. Click on circumscribed. Specify radius as 200 and press enter. I'll change the color of this polygon as well. Now I'll draw a circle of radius 200 from this geometric center. Now this green one is the inscribed polygon of radius 200, which is inside the circle, and the orange one is the circumscribed polygon of radius 200, which is outside the circle. So whenever you see the distance between two diagonally opposite corners are mentioned in a polygon, you have to use inscribed polygon. Corner to corner distance is the diameter of the circle here. And whenever distance between two opposite sides or edges are mentioned in a polygon, you have to draw circumscribed polygon. So let's take an example. In this polygon, distance between two opposite sides is mentioned. So it will be circumscribed in this case. So let's draw this. Type POL and press enter. Number of sides is 6. Press enter. Specify center. Click on circumscribed. Specify radius as 37.5 and press enter. Next is this polygon. These corners are trimmed. And here edge to edge distance is given. So this is also circumscribed. So type POL, press enter. Specify number of sides as 6, press enter. Click here to specify center. Specify radius as 57.5 and press enter. So this is done. Now let's draw this polygon. Now this is clearly inscribed in the circle of diameter 400. So type POL and press enter. Specify number of sides as 6. Press enter. Click at this center. Click on inscribed. Type 200 and press enter to create this polygon. Now in this drawing, here is a polygon. And the distance mentioned here is from edge to edge. So this will be circumscribed. So type POL and press enter. Type 6 and press enter. Click at this center. Click on circumscribed. Specify radius as 30 and press enter to create the polygon. So this is 60. Now in this case also, edge to edge distance is mentioned. So this will also be circumscribed. So type POL and press enter. Enter number of sides as 4. Press enter. Click at this center. Click on circumscribed. Specify radius as 10 and press enter. So this is also done. So the sides are 20. Now let's complete this drawing. These are two lines and are tangent to these two circles. So let's see how we can do this. So type L and press enter. No tangent snap is showing. So to get the snap, right click while pressing Shift key in the keyboard. Click on tangent option. Then click on this circle. Again press Shift and right click. And then click on tangent. Then just click on the circle and it will automatically select the tangent snap. Right click to exit. Same for this one. Right click to repeat line command. Press Shift and right click. Click on tangent option. Then click on this circle. And same for this one. So it's done. Now let's create these arcs. We will use tangent and radius circle to do this. So type C and press enter. Type TTR and press enter. Specify two tangents on these two circles as shown. Specify radius as 40 and press enter. Same way, use TTR to draw this circle. Then to trim, type TR and press enter. Then just select the portions to trim. Just draw this circle. Now we will learn about polar array command with two examples. So here is the polar array. Let's draw these two circles first. One of radius 25. Another one of radius 50. Now I want these two circles at all the vertices of this polygon. So one way is we can copy it, but if we have too many circles, then it will take too much time. So we will use array, polar array. First select the two circles, type ARR, select polar array. Now the center point of the array will be center snap of this base circle. So just click at the center and here is the array. We can change the number of items from here or click on items in the command line. See, I have set the items to 100. Let's see again. Click on polar array from here. Select the circles. Press enter. Click at the center. Change the number of items from here. Now let's understand the associative option. If it is turned on, then the array formed will be a group of objects. Complete array will be selected at once. And when you turn the associative option off, then every object will be an individual entity. It won't form a group of objects. We will continue drawing this later. Let's take this example. So I'll quickly draw the circles first. Here the base circle die is 76. We will use object snap tracking to draw this circle. Now to array, select the circle, type ARR, select polar array, click at the center. By default this is 6. So click on close array or just right click to exit. Now we'll create these teeths. This length is 76. So I'll draw an horizontal line of 76 units length. Another one at 15 degrees. So just draw the lines as shown. Now I have to draw a line from this endpoint perpendicular to this line. Perpendicular snap must be on. Now give line command, click at this snap, and you can see here is the perpendicular snap. If we untick this, then this snap won't show anymore. So check this and click at this perpendicular snap. Now I'll erase this line, trim this part, then erase this. You can select and click on erase as well. Or type E and press enter. Select the object to erase and press enter. Now there are 6 number of teeth in one quadrant, 24 in total. So select this, click on polar array, click at the center, change number of items to 24, press enter, and right click to exit from array command. So this is done. I hope you have understood the polygon command as well as the polar array command and will be able to use it efficiently. Then is the ellipse command in the draw panel. We will learn all these 3 types. Shortcut is EL, so type EL and press enter. Click at any point, turn the ortho on. To specify the next point, type 500 and press enter. Specify minor radius as 100, press enter to form the ellipse. Repeat ellipse command. Click on center in the command line. Specify center at any point. Specify major radius as 250, press enter. Specify minor radius as 100 and press enter to form the ellipse. So axis end is end to end and minor radius, and center one is major radius and minor radius. Next is the elliptical arc. So type EL and press enter. Click on arc in the command line. Click at 2 points to specify major dia. Specify minor radius. Now after creating the ellipse, to specify starting angle, you can click at this side. This will enable the arc to start from the first quadrant. Then you can move the cursor and see an elliptical arc is forming. You can turn the ortho off and click at any point or specify the angle to complete the arc. Now let's take this example. Type EL, press enter. Click in this side. Turn the ortho on. To specify next point, type 8 and press enter. Next specify minor radius as 2.5 and press enter to create the ellipse. Now draw the circle of diameter 1.5. Draw the polygons, which is at a horizontal distance of 3 units from the circle. So draw the polygon by using object snap tracking as shown. And it will be circumscribed polygon as edge to edge distance is given. Now we will use mirror command to mirror the polygon on the other side. So click on mirror tool or type MI and press enter. Select the polygon, press enter. Now you have to draw a mirroring line. So click at the center. Now move the cursor upwards or downwards and you can see it's mirroring the polygon. You can turn the ortho off and mirror the object with respect to any angle. So I'll turn the ortho on and click downwards. Click on yes to erase the source object. Otherwise click on no and press enter to mirror. Now I'll draw this part. Center of the arc is provided from the center of the circle. Both radius is same. So copy and move the circle as shown. Draw the arc as shown in the fourth quadrant. And erase the circle. Now I'll offset the arc on both sides by this radius. So do it as shown. Then there is a line at both sides. So draw the lines. Now use arc command to draw the arc. And for the other arc, we can use mirror command. Mirroring angle will be 45 degrees. So type MI and press enter. Select the arc, press enter. Click at the center. Turn the polar tracking on. Change the angle settings to 45 degrees multiple. Then using this extension, click in this side and press enter to mirror the object. Now these are 4 in numbers. So let's use polar array command and see what happens. So select it completely. Click on polar array. Click at the center. Change items to 4. And you can see the alignment is not proper. This is because the horizontal and vertical distance from center to center is not the same. So in this case, we can't use polar array command. We have to use mirror command. So select this part, type MI and press enter. Click at the center. Turn the ortho on. Click on this side and press enter to mirror it horizontally. Repeat mirror command. Select these 2 slots. Press enter. click at the center and then click downwards and press enter to mirror. So this is done. We'll see another example of mirror command. Let's first draw this line of 15 units. Actually, we'll include the circle radius as well. So we'll draw a line of 18 units at 54 degrees. I am using dynamic input to draw this line. Then I'll draw this circle of radius 3 units. I'll trim this line. Then I'll mirror this in this side with respect to this vertical line. Then trim this. Now draw this line at 158 degrees. As this is 158 degree, just do it as shown. This angle given is 135. This is 45. I'll turn the polar tracking on and set the angle interval at 45 degrees. Now select it completely, type MI and press enter. Click at this snap. Click at this side when this extension is showing. Right click to exit. Right click to repeat mirror command. Select it completely. Press enter. Click at the center snap and click towards right and press enter to mirror. Repeat mirror command. Select the lines as shown. Press enter and click at the two center snaps as shown and press enter to complete the object. In a plan, we mirror the door as well to get many orientations of it. Hatches are typically used in sections. We will learn different hatch patterns in this tutorial. One question for you all. Which hatch pattern is commonly used to show the slabs? Do comment in the comment section. So here is the hatch in the draw panel. You can click it from here or type H and press enter to add hatch. Now first I'll create a few circles.
The first step towards achieving your dreams is having the right coach. Get the best education with CAD MANIAC and make your AutoCAD engineering dreams come true. Download the app now.
Now type H and press enter. Hover the cursor inside the boundaries and see a solid hatch is shown. Now click inside the boundary. These are the hatch patterns. You can choose from these options. This is the scale. You can change the hatch scale from here. See, the scale is changing. Once done, press enter to complete the hatch. Repeat hatch. Now click on select from boundaries panel and select the circle and see hatch has been created completely inside the circle. I'll erase this. Now select this hatch and you can make it solid or even a mixture of two colors known as gradient. Now you can change the color of the hatch from here. and change the background color from here. Now you can even make the hatch transparent. Increase the hatch transparency from here. I'll make it 0 again. You can change the angle of the hatch from here. We can set the origin of the hatch as well. I am setting the origin at this quadrant. Now while changing the angle, you can see the angle is changing with respect to the origin we have set. So I'll erase the hatch now. Now repeat hatch command. Click on pick internal point and click inside this boundary to add the hatch. Now if this associative option is turned on, see what happens. When we stretch the circle, then the hatch gets stretched as well. But if it is off, the circle don't get stretched along with the hatch. Now draw another circle. Type H and press enter. Click on match properties. Select this hatch and then click inside the circle to match the hatch. See it again. So it's done. Now we will learn these options. So first I'll copy this hatch over here. Now select this hatch, click on recreate, click on Polyline and press enter to create the hatch boundary. Copy this one. Select the hatch, click on recreate again and select region and press enter. Now if we change the visual style to conceptual, we can see a surface has been created in case of region option. Now select the hatch, click on remove, then select the outer circles and press enter to remove the hatch as shown. Now select this hatch, click on remove and then select only the outer circle and press enter, and see the hatch is transferred to the inner circle as the boundary is active over there. Next, draw a few more circles. Type H and press enter and add hatch over this. Now if I select this circle, see all the hatches have been selected and it has moved along with the circle. Now repeat hatch command, click on create separate hatches, then add the hatches. Now all the hatches are single entities. Now I'll erase this hatch. Repeat hatch. Now these are some of the options you can check. These will be done as per the drawing shown in the left. So you can use these hatches as per your requirement. Now we will see some gradient hatches. So type H and press enter. Select gradient. Choose two color of your choice. Then just click. Add hatch transparency and press enter. Repeat hatch command. Click on match properties and click inside the boundaries as shown to add the hatches. We can select and change the color and pattern. You may edit it as per your wish. Next is boundary option. Let me make a star like this. Now we can create separate boundaries using boundary command. So type BO and press enter. Click on pick point and then click inside this boundary and the polyline is formed. Here you can see this has been separated. You can create multiple boundaries at a time and use it as per need. One more option. For that, just create an open triangle. Now type H and press enter and click inside the triangle. There is no close boundary, so hatch is not forming. So click on close and increase the gap tolerance from here. Then again click inside the triangle and click on continue hatching the area. You can see the hatch is created. So this is all about hatch command. So next is spline. We will try and trace the image using spline command. Here is spline command in the draw panel. One is spline fit, another is spline control vertices. So I'll click on spline fit and then click on image boundary as shown. To trace the image, ortho must be turned off. It's just like drawing with a pen on a paper. Leave it here. Now I'll select the spline, change the color and the line weight so that it is clearly visible. Now you can select the spline and edit it at your will. Just click on the fit points and stretch it like this. And if you hover the mouse over these fit points, you can add a fit point as well. And you can remove the fit point as well. Next is spline CV, control vertices. Click on this option and then draw the spline using control vertices. Now don't just click on the boundary, click outside the boundary as shown. Now select the spline and change the color and the line weight as shown. So the difference is, in case of spline fit, the fit points are on the spline, and in case of spline control vertices, the points are outside the spline. Here also you can stretch the points and edit the spline. Now if you click on this arrow, you can also switch between these two options, fit to control vertices and control vertices to fit. Here you can see. So that's all about spline. You can trace any image using the spline command. Next is construction line. Click on this drop down and click on construction line, or type XL and press enter. Now click anywhere in the drawing area and you can see an infinite line is forming. Now just click to draw the construction line. Wherever I am clicking, an infinite line is forming. And for horizontal and vertical construction lines, just turn the ortho on and then click. Once again type XL and press enter. Click anywhere in the drawing area. Click this side to draw horizontal and click above to draw a vertical construction line. Again right click to repeat construction line. In the command line there is horizontal and vertical option. You can click from here as well. If you click on horizontal from here, in a single click we can form horizontal construction lines. Right click to exit. Right click to repeat construction line. I'll click on vertical this time. Now in one click we can create vertical construction lines. Right click to exit. While drawing elevations, we always use construction lines. These elevations are drawn using construction lines. I'll type XL and press enter, then click on vertical. Now suppose I want to draw the front elevation of this house. So what I have to do is just project the outer faces of the columns as shown. If I would have placed this straight to the floor plan, then these lines should have met with the two columns. Again, I'll give construction line command. I'll click on horizontal from here and click somewhere here to place the ground level. Now suppose I want to offset this line upwards to show the plinth level. So I can do that with construction line itself. So I'll repeat construction line, click on offset in the command line. I'll mention the offset distance as 600, press enter. Then select this construction line and click upwards, and it's done. So best use of construction line is when we create an elevation. I'll erase all of this. I'll give construction line command. Now here you can see angle. So click on it. Suppose I'll specify the angle as 45 degree. Now see the construction line is inclined at an angle of 45 degrees. Last option is bisect. So here this one is a construction line and this one as well. Suppose I want to draw a construction line in between these two lines so that the angle gets bisected. So to do that, I'll click on bisect. Then I have to specify the vertex from which point it will pass from. So I'll click at this point as the vertex. Now I have to specify the starting angle. I have to click on this vertical line. So I'll turn the nearest snap on. Then I'll click on this line. Next is ending angle. So I'll click on this line, and hence the angle is bisected and a new construction line have been formed. I'll right click to exit. So I hope you all have understood the construction line. I'll erase these now. Next is ray. Ray is also the same. I'll click from here or type RAY and press enter. This is a unidirectional line, goes in only one direction, same as of construction line. If we click at this point, turn the ortho off, it goes in one single direction. This is the basic difference. A line starting from one point goes infinite in one direction. I'll erase this. This is used in case of round staircase. Next is multiple point. Here you can see multiple point. So to draw a point, type PO and press enter. Then just left click to create a point. Just repeat point command and then left click. Repeat and then left click. In this way, to create a point, we have to repeat point command again and again. And what multiple point does is, first I'll click on multiple point from here. Now I'll just click to create multiple points like this. Right click to exit or press escape. Now we can change the point style as it is not visible. So the shortcut is P type. Type PTY and press enter. See, from here we can change the point style. So I'll select this one and hit OK. We can change the size as well. Right click to repeat P type command. Now I'll change it to 2 and hit OK. So it has changed. So multiple point can be used in case of any particular reference. Now I'll erase this. Next is divide and measure. So first I'll draw a horizontal line of 500 units. I'll draw a spline as well. Type SPL and press enter. Turn the ortho off and then I'll just draw a random spline like this. Now suppose I want to divide this line into 4 or 5 segments. So to do that, I'll click on divide or type div and press enter. Then select the object to be divided. I'll select this line. So I want to divide it into 5 segments. So type 5 and press enter. Now see, this line is divided into 5 equal segments. You can measure the distance if you want. See, this is 100. This one is 100 as well. So we can divide any spline, line, arc or any object we want. Now I'll divide this spline. Type div and press enter. Select this spline. Let's divide this spline into 15 parts. So type 15 and press enter. So you can see this spline is divided into 15 equal segments. I'll erase the points. Next is measure. So you can click on measure from draw panel or type ME and press enter. Now select the object to measure. So I'll select this line and type 75 and press enter. What it will do is, it will create segments of 75 each from this side. Give dist command and see, this is 75. This is also 75. And last one will be remaining value after measuring each segment as 75. One more thing, you can measure from either side. I'll repeat measure command and from whichever side I'll select the line from. Let's select the line from this side and just type 75 and press enter. Now the segments are measured and divided from this side and the leftover is in this side. Here you can see this is 50. Always turn this nearest snap off. So I'll measure this spline as well. I'll type ME and press enter and select this spline. Type 50 and press enter. So the spline is measured and divided from this side and the leftover is in this side. This is a drawing of an hospital. If you guys want me to create complete tutorial series on this, comment below. Moving on, next is region. So to make you understand the region command, I'll draw a few rectangles. Now I'll explore the rectangles. So type X and press enter. Now I'll use region command on this rectangle. You can click on region tool from here or type REG and press enter. Then select the complete object and press enter. So here you can see it has been again converted into a polyline. And this one I'll use join command to convert it into polyline. So select and type J and press enter. So these are now converted into two polylines using two different commands, join and region. So what's the difference? The difference is if we change the visual style from 2D wireframe to conceptual. Here you can see, I'll turn the grid off first. See, this has been converted into a surface. So when we use region command, a closed loop is always converted into a surface. And in case of join command, set of entities are converted into a polyline. So that's the basic difference. So I hope you all have understood the region command. So I'll erase all of this. I'll change the visual style back to 2D wireframe. Next is wipeout. Let's say I have this drawing and I want to print this without this section. So for that, what I can do is, I can use wipeout command from here, or else type WI and press enter. Then just left click as shown to create a window around this section and press enter, and see, it has been wiped out. The drawing is there, but while printing, we won't be able to see it. Let's move to Layout tab. See, the section is not here. Repeat wipeout command. Click on frames in the command line. There are 2-3 options. So if I click on, what will happen is, when we move to layout, this frame will be seen. And if we turn it off, go to frames, turn it off, and it's not visible. Last one is display, but not plot. In the display, this frame is visible. But when we will print this one or convert to PDF, I'll just show you the preview. See, this section is not visible. So I'll close this. I'll cancel this. Now at any point, we can erase the wipeout frame. I'll repeat wipeout command. Here you can see polyline option as well. So if we click on polyline and select any polyline, here if I click on yes, this polyline will be erased. So I'll click on no. See, whatever was there inside this polyline is wiped out. You can check in the layout. See, nothing is there inside. I'll get back to model space, select it, and I can erase this. See. So wipeout command is basically, if we want to print a drawing without a portion of the drawing, we can use this option. Next is donut command. I'll start a new window. Shortcut for donut is DO and press enter. Then you have to specify the inner diameter. I'll go with the default value, that is 0.5, press enter. Next you have to specify the outer diameter. I'll keep this 1. Then just left click. See, a donut has been created. Use regenerate command in these cases. See. So in this way, we can create donuts. I'll repeat donut command. Now let's say I want a closed fill donut. For that, I'll specify the inner diameter as 0. Next, specify the outer diameter as 1. Press enter. Then just left click to create the donuts. So this is all about donut command. Next is revision cloud. I'll return to this window. Suppose I want to drive attention of users to a certain part of a drawing. Let's say this portion. So what we can do is, we can use revision cloud from here. These are of 3 types. Rectangular means, I'll just show you in this side. Just click at the 2 opposite corners and a cloud is formed. So we can seek attention of users by drawing a revision cloud like this. Next is polygonal. So you can form shapes like this by using this one. Just right click to exit. Last one is freehand. This is through mouse control, like a freehand sketch. If we want, we can change the radius of this arc as well. To do that, repeat revision cloud. Click on arc length. I'll change it to 250. Now see, This has been changed, and we can use this revision cloud for detailing any part of a drawing. Next, we will learn fillet, chamfer, and blend curve. First, I'll draw a few rectangles for that. Two random rectangles. So, first is fillet. So, you can click on fillet from here or type F and press enter. See, there are many options in the command line. So, in case of an fillet, an arc with a radius is created like this. And in case of chamfer, we cut an edge like this. So, for a fillet, we have to specify a radius. So, click on radius or type R and press enter. Then we'll provide a radius, say 100, and press enter. Then we have to click on two lines where we want to add a fillet, like this. I'll repeat fillet command by right-clicking. Click on radius. Let's change the radius to 200. Press enter. Then select these two lines and see a fillet of radius 200 is added at this corner. Just select the two lines where we want to add the fillet. Now suppose we want to add fillet at all the four corners at once. We can do that as well. We'll repeat fillet command. Now I'll use polyline option. So it's necessary that the object we want to add fillet is a polyline. If not, use join command to convert the object into polyline first. So I'll click on polyline from here. Then I can mention radius from here. I'll change the radius to 150. Press enter. Then we don't have to select two lines. We'll just select the polyline like this. And the fillet will be added to all the corners of the polyline, like this. I'll undo by pressing Ctrl+Z. I'll repeat fillet command, type F and press enter. Two more options, trim and multiple. First, we'll learn this multiple option. Let's say I want to add fillet at three corners of this rectangle. So first, I'll specify the radius. I'll type 150 and press enter. Next, click on multiple or type M and press enter. Then select these two lines. See, fillet command is still active. We can add multiple fillets. So we can add fillets like this at any time. And you can exit by right-clicking. I'll repeat fillet command. Here is an option, trim. Let's see that. First, I'll mention the radius, say 200. Press enter. So, whenever we are selecting these two lines, fillet is added and these lines are trimmed. But if we want to add the fillet without trimming the lines, we have to click on this trim option. Then we'll change this trim to no trim. Then if we select the polyline from here and select this rectangle, see, fillet is added without trimming the corners of the rectangle. So, this is all about fillet. Next is chamfer. You can click on chamfer from here or type CHA and press enter. Now suppose I want to cut the edges of these lines. So we can chamfer using distance method as well as angle method. So first I'll click on distance. We have to mention two distances. I'll specify the first chamfer distance as 100. Press enter. Now if you want same chamfer distance, I mean if you want to cut 100 from both sides, then specify second chamfer distance as 100 as well. Then just select these two lines and see a chamfer of 100 has been added at this corner. Now if we want unequal distance, repeat chamfer command, click on distance, specify first distance as 100, press enter. Specify second chamfer distance as 200, press enter. Then select these two lines. So this is 100 and this is 200. Repeat chamfer. Select this line and then this one. Now this is 100 and this is 200. So first chamfer distance will be applied on the line first selected and second chamfer for the second line. Press Ctrl plus Z to undo. We can add multiple chamfers and we can use Polyline option as well. So repeat chamfer, click on distance, specify first distance as 100, second one as 150, press enter. Multiple I won't show anymore. I'll click on Polyline and then select this rectangle. And you can see the chamfers are added at all the four corners of the rectangle. So this is 100, this is 150, 100, 150, 100, 150. You can add equal distance as well. Use it as per your requirement. Now repeat chamfer command. Next method is angle. So click on angle. Now I have to specify the chamfer length first. Type 100 and press enter. Now specify the chamfer angle as 30 degree and press enter. Then select these two lines and here it is. This is 100 and this angle is 30. Repeat chamfer. Trim no trim is same as fillet. I'll click on trim. Then select no trim. Now select these two lines and you can see chamfer is added without trimming the corners. Repeat chamfer. Click on method. These are the two methods we have already discussed. You can choose from here as well and add chamfers. Multiple is same as in fillet. I'll just quickly show this. Repeat chamfer. Put chamfer distance as 100. Second one as well. Then click on multiple or type M and press enter. Then just select the lines to add the chamfers multiple times like this. And right click to exit from chamfer command. So I hope you guys have understood the chamfer and the fillet. Next is blend curve. First I'll create two splines randomly like this. Now I want to join these two splines, or otherwise I can say I want to blend these two curves. So click on blend curve from here or type BLE and press enter. Then select the two curves and see this has been blended. So there are two options for blend curve. I'll just copy the two splines over here. Type BLE and press enter. Click on continuity. Select tangent. Then select these two lines. So this is blended tangentially. Now repeat blend curve. Click on continuity. Select smooth. Then select these two curves. So this is blended smoothly. It is looking the same. But if we copy one over other, you can see these are blended differently. Next is rectangular array. To make you understand the rectangular array, I'll draw a few circles first. Now I'll click on rectangular array. Next we have to select the object. So I'll select the circle. Press enter. See, an array is created with some rows and columns. This associative option we will understand. Now it is off. I'll exit from array. I'll repeat rectangular array. This time, I'll turn the associative option on. Then I'll close this array. So, difference between these two is, in case of associative, it's selected as a whole, a group. I can select it and the array editor opens. We can edit this array. But in case of non-associative, these are all single elements. We cannot do anything with this array. We won't be able to edit the array in this case. And in this case, we can select the complete array and we can edit this at any point of time. We can convert this associative array into non-associative by simply exploding it. Just select the array, type X and press enter to explode it. I'll erase this. I'll draw a fresh circle. Now select this circle, click on rectangular array. Here are two options, column and row. These are 4 columns and 3 rows. We can select and drag this arrow to increase the distance between the objects. I'm talking about this in between distance. It has been increased. And by dragging this arrow, we can increase the number of columns like this. Drag this arrow to increase the in-between distance. And drag this arrow to increase the number of rows. And this is the total distance. See, I'll make it 100. This one 600. This one 50. And this becomes 300. Right click to exit. I'll show the distance. This is 100 and this is 50. Total is 600 and this is 300. I'll again select this. I'll make this level to 4. In between distance to 100. This becomes 300 automatically. Next, I'll exit from array. Now from top, I'll change the view to southwest isometric. When I'll select this, level is 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And in between distance is from center to center. And 300 is this end to end. I'll show you. This is 100 and this is 300. Right click to exit. Select this. I'll edit the level to 1. And I'll get back to top view. Few more options. See, I'll select this array. And by keeping the cursor over this arrow, column count is, it increases the column. Column spacing means center to center distance will be increased. We can change the axis angle as well, like this. I can incline the complete array from here as well, like this. I'll select it again. Here is base point option. Here base point is the center. I'll click on base point and select this quadrant as the base point. Now you can select this base point and move the array. I'll change the base point to center. Next is edit source. So click on edit source. Select the circle. Hit OK. This has been isolated. Now I can make changes to the circle. Suppose I'll draw another concentric circle like this and a few lines. And you guys can see the complete array is changing according to this circle. Whatever changes we did on the circle is applied to all the circles in the array. I'll undo. and then again select this array. Two more options are remaining, replace item and reset array. I'll get back to home tab and draw a rectangle first. Now I'll select the array, click on replace item. Let's say I want to replace the circles with this rectangle. So first I'll select the rectangle, press enter. Now I have to specify the base point. So I'll select the geometric center as the base point. Then I have to just select the elements which I want to replace with this rectangle as shown. Just select by left clicking and right click to exit. So it has been changed. Now if I select the array and click on reset array, the array will get reset as before. So we have covered all the options of rectangular array. I hope you all have understood the array properly. Next is path array. I'll quickly draw a rectangle first. I'll give it a rotation. So type RO and press enter. Type 30 and press enter. And then I'll just draw a random rectangle like this. Next I'll draw a spline. So type SPL and press enter. Click here. And at this point, ortho must be turned off. While drawing a spline, just click randomly. So we can click on path array or type ARR and click on path array. Then we have to select the object to be added. So select the rectangle, press enter. Then I have to select the path. So I'll select the spline and see an array is formed. If we turn the associative option off, then all the rectangles will be individual elements. We won't be able to edit the array anymore. So we'll turn it on. To increase number of items, we'll click here. And suppose I'll type 8 and press enter. See, and in between distance, we can change from here. I'll type 400 and press enter. Total became 2800. We can manipulate the distance by dragging this arrow as well. And by dragging this arrow, we can change the in-between distance. I prefer to change from array creation tab. I'll change it to 250, enter. I'll set the items to 14 and press enter. So it's done. So number of items we can specify from here. This is the in-between distance, center to center distance. And total distance is start to end. If we change from measure to divide, then we can only specify the items. Remaining fields will be blocked. And if we keep measure from here, all fields will be open. If we want, we can lock this. Only in between distance we will input. We can add rows from here. I have changed it to 3. I can change the in between distance between the rows. So the center to center distance is 400. By dragging these arrows, we can change the in between distance and increase the row. So I am changing it back to 1. We can change the levels from here. I'll set the level to 3. In between distance to 500. Then I'll exit from array. Now I'll change the view from top to southwest isometric. So you can see levels have been added in Z direction. The center to center distance is 500. I'll select this again. Total distance is 1000. 3 levels are there. First, second and third. I'll change the level to 1 and I'll get back to top view. I'll select the array again. Now this is the base point. I can change the base point from one snap to another snap like this. You can see this base point has changed. I'll change the base point to this point. Measure and divide I have already told. If I turn the align items off from here, all the items will be aligned as per the rectangle. And if I turn it on, then it will be aligned as per the spline. Z direction I'll explain while explaining helix command. Next is edit source. So click on it, select the array, hit OK. Now suppose I want some changes in the rectangle. Let's just draw a circle inside this. So type C and press enter and draw a circle as shown. And see, the circles are added to all the elements of the complete array. I'll undo. I'll select the array again. Next is replace item. Okay, let me just draw a circle like this. Select the array, click on replace item. Select the circle, press enter. Next, specify the base point. I'll specify base point as the quadrant. Then just select the rectangles. Then just select the rectangles to be replaced by the circle. Let's draw another circle. Select the array. Click on replace item. Select the circle, press enter. And this time I'll specify the center as the base point. And then I'll select the rectangles. Here it is. It is replacing the items through its center. Right click to exit. Last is reset array. I'll just select the array and click on reset array to reset it. So this is all about path array. Now I'll close this. Here is a command called reverse. See, whenever I select this spline, you can see this is the starting point. We have drawn the spline this way. But whenever I'll select the spline and click on reverse or type REV and press enter, see what happens, the spline is reversed. And with that, the array is also reversed. If I select it, see, now this point is the new starting point as it has reversed. I'll reverse it again. So shortcut for reverse is REVE. Let's see what's remaining. Edit array, edit polyline, edit spline, edit hatch. These options are not used as such because whenever I'll select this array, a new array tab opens. From here we can edit the array quite easily. We can also select edit array from here, then select the array. Editing options will be given like a menu. So what we prefer is we will select the array and make changes through this array tab. Same for edit spline. I can select the spline. I can stretch, add or remove point. We can change the starting point. So this is easy. We will not use this edit spline option. Same for edit hatch. I'll just add a hatch inside this rectangle like this. Now upon clicking on the hatch, this hatch editor tab opens. Now you can edit the hatch from here. And if you want, you can also edit from here. Same for edit polyline. I won't discuss it anymore. Next is trim and extend. For that, I'll just draw two lines like this and rectangle as well. Trim we have already learned. Just type TR and press enter twice and select the portions to be trimmed. Same for extend. Type EX and press enter twice. Then just select the lines to extend up to the next object. Right click to exit. Next is lengthen command. I'll just draw a line. I'll turn the ortho on. Mention 100 as the length. Now shortcut for lengthen command is LEN, then enter. Select the line and the current length is shown here. And here are some options. First is delta. Now I'll click on delta. I'll type 20 and press enter. Then if I select the line will be extended by 20 units. Whichever side I'll click, that side will extend by 20 units. Right click to exit. Repeat lengthen command. Select the line. Say it's 120 now. Next click on %. This is 100%. Now to increase, we have to increase percentage wise. To decrease, we have to input value below 100. Suppose I want to decrease 50% of this length. So I'll type 50 and press enter. And whichever side I'll select, it will be shortened by that side. So repeat lengthen command, select the line. See, it's now 60. Next click on total. Now set total length as 100. Select the line. Right click. Repeat lengthen command. Select it and see this is 100. Next is dynamic. So click on it. What it will do is, it will dynamically change the length. The point I click, from there it will extend or reduce. So I can click dynamically to extend like this. I can select and reduce it dynamically as well. So I'll right click to exit. So this is all about lengthen command. Next is break and break at a point. Suppose I have this line and I want to break it into two parts with respect to the midpoint. For that, I have to click on break at point option. Select the line. Now I have to select the point of break or break point. So I'll select this midpoint. Now see, these two are divided into two equal parts. So this is break at point. Next is break. Shortcut for break is BR, enter. I'll click randomly and move the mouse. So the line starts breaking from the point I clicked. So I can specify next point to break the line like this. Right click to repeat break command. I'll click here. Now suppose I want to start breaking the line from this midpoint. So I can click on first point. Then I can define this midpoint as the starting point. Then I'll specify 50 and press enter. So this distance is 50. So this is all about break command. Next is align. I'll draw a rectangle. And a triangle by using Polygon command. Now I want to align this side of the triangle with this side of the rectangle. So I'll type AL and press enter. I'll select the triangle. Press enter. This is the first source. I'll select it. This is the destination. So I'll select this. Next source is this one. Destination is this one. Then press enter. I don't want to scale the object, so I'll select no. So the triangle gets aligned according to the first source point. I'll undo and repeat align command. Select the triangle. Press enter. First source. First destination. Second source. Second destination. Press enter. Now I'll click on yes to scale. And you can see the triangle is scaled as per the side of the rectangle. So this is all about the line. Next is overkill. So here are two lines. I'll draw another one overlapping these lines. Another line as shown. So you can see there are too many lines one over another. So I can convert it into one line erasing all the duplicate objects. For that, I'll click on overkill command or type OVER and press enter. Select this by crossing selection, press enter. Tolerance is given. I'll just press OK. Now see, it's converted into a single line. I can select it and erase. No other line is here. Join and explode I have already covered in the first part. I'll just revise. So this is a polyline. If I want to break the polyline into lines, I'll select explode command from here or type X and press enter. So this is no more a polyline. This has been exploded. I can convert the lines into polyline as well. Just select the lines and type J and press enter to join these. So this is again a polyline. So this is the difference between join and explode. Next we'll learn set to bilayer, change space and these draw orders. First I'll draw a few circles, 3 random circles. I'll add hatch to these. So type H and press enter. Select solid. I'll change the color to yellow. Click inside the circle and then right click. I'll repeat hatch. Change the color and add a blue hatch. Same way, add hatch to the circle. Right click to exit. I'll add a text as well. I have not covered text yet. We will cover it in some time. I'll type CAD MANIAC Bangla. It is too small, so I'll increase the text height a bit more. Now I'll move the circles along with the hatches, one over another like this. Now we will learn draw order. First one is bring to front. Now if I want to bring the circle along with this hatch, the blue one to front, what I'll do is I'll select the circle along with the hatch and then click on bring to front. So it's done. I'll repeat bring to front. Select the red one and press enter. So it's in front. Same way, repeat bring to front and I'll bring the yellow circle to front. Next is send to back. Click on it. Now suppose I want to send this yellow hatch back. So I'll select it and press enter and it's done. We have sent the hatch back, but the circle is still in front. Next is bring above object. Click on it. Now I want to bring the yellow hatch above the blue hatch. So I'll select the yellow hatch, press enter. Next I'll select the blue hatch as a reference object. So you can see it's above the blue hatch but still behind the red hatch. Next is send under object. Click on it. Now I'll select the red hatch, enter. Then select yellow hatch and press enter. So the red hatch goes under the yellow hatch. Next is bring text to front. Once I click on it, whatever text is there in the window comes in front. These are all similar. This will bring any dimension to front. This will bring any leader to front. This will bring all annotations to front, text, dimensions, whatever. And if I click on send hatches back, what will happen is all the circles came to front and all the hatches are sent to back. So this is all about draw order, text to front and hatch to back. Next is set to by layer. I'll draw a few lines. I'll select this line and I'll change its line type to dot. I'll scale the line type. So type LTS and press enter. I'll increase this value to 50. Next, I'll increase this line's thickness. I'll increase the line weight. But to see the effect, we have to turn the line weight on. So click on customization and click on line weight. And then I'll turn it on. So we'll learn set to by layer now. Type SETB and press enter. Select all the elements. Here you can see by layer is white in color. By default line weight and continuous line type. So after selecting, I'll press enter twice. We don't have any blocks here. So click on yes or press enter again. And see all elements are converted to properties set by layer. White, normal line weight and continuous line type. So this is all about by layer. Next is change space. I'll go to layout tab. Now suppose I want to edit this circle, this red one, or I want to change the thickness of this text. So we can't select any object here. Now I can click on change space or type CHS and press enter. I'll select the circle, red hatch and the text and press enter. Now see, I can't select these, but I can easily select these objects and edit. I can move it, but not these ones. I can edit the text. I'll change the text height. So this is all about change space. We can edit any object in layout space by using this. So we have completed draw and modify panel. Next is annotation panel. Now we will learn all the basic dimensions in AutoCAD, all 8 of these. First I'll draw a triangle. First is linear dimension. So the shortcut is for all you have to use D and then first 2 letters of these dimensions. That is for linear, it's DLI. For aligned, it's DAL. For angular, it's DAN. For arc, use DAR. For radius, DRA. For diameter, DDI, and so on. So first I'll click on linear dimension or type DLI and press enter. Then select the 2 endpoints in between which we want to specify the linear dimension. Then I'll click downwards and add the dimension. But you can see it's too small. So to resize this, type D and press enter. This is the dimension style manager. We will learn this completely in some time. For now, just click on modify. Go to fit tab and increase the overall scale to 30. hit OK and then close. Now I can drag it a bit downwards like this. Now you can change this comma to point. Type D and press enter again. Click on modify. Go to primary units tab and change the decimal separator to period. Then hit OK and close. And if you don't want any decimal places, type D and press enter again. Click on modify. And under primary units tab, change the precision to 0 and it will automatically round off all the numbers. See. So to specify linear dimension, type DLI and press enter. Click at these 2 points. Use your mouse to specify the linear dimension horizontally or vertically like this. Repeat linear dimension. Click at these 2 points again and specify the vertical distance. So this way linear dimension is used. Here the dimension lines are overlapping. So I'll go to Annotate tab. Click on Break. Select the dimension. Then select this one. And now this is proper. Don't worry, we will learn all of this. First we will learn all the basic dimensioning. Next is Align Dimension. Shortcut for Align Dimension is DAL. Enter. I want to specify this align dimension. So I'll click at this point and at this point and then just left click as required. So for any align dimension, we will use DAL, and for horizontal and vertical dimension, we will use DLI. Next is angular. For angular, type DAN and press enter. Then we have to specify the lines in between which we want to specify the angular dimension. So I'll select these 2 lines and we can specify any of the angles as per our requirement. We just have to left click to specify the angle. Right click to repeat DAN. Select these 2 lines and then just left click to specify the angle. So this is all about angular dimension. Next is arc length. So I'll draw an arc first, a random arc. Now to measure the arc length, type DAR and press enter. Select the arc, move the cursor upwards and then just left click to specify the arc length. So the arc length here is 2130. Next is radius and diameter. Suppose I want to specify the radius of this arc. So type DRA and press enter. Select the arc and see the radius is 1005. So just left click. Now I'll draw a circle. Now I want to specify the diameter of the circle. So type DDI and press enter. Select the circle and see the diameter is 1563. I can put it inside or outside of the circle. These styles can be changed. We will cover all of this under Dimension Style Manager. So just left click to specify the diameter. So these are linear, horizontal or vertical. This is aligned. These are angular dimensions. This is arc length, this is radius, and this is diameter. Next is ordinate. Suppose I want to specify the center's coordinate from the UCS, the origin, the x distance and the y distance. For that, type DOR and press enter. Click at the center. This is the x coordinate. Type DOR, click at the center, then left click. So this is the x distance, 7609, and this is the y distance, 1893. Last one is jogged. Now suppose this is a boundary and inside this is the printable area. I won't be able to print anything outside of this area. Now suppose I'll draw an arc. Center is outside the boundary and this is the arc. Now if I want to specify the radius, what I have to do is type DRA and press enter. Select the arc. Now while mentioning the radius, the center is displayed outside of the printable area. So in case of bigger objects, we can use jog dimension. So type DJO and press enter. Select the arc. I'll specify a false center location inside the printable area and then add a jog as shown. So I hope you have understood the jog dimension and the remaining dimensions. And this one is the Smart Dimension tool. I'll show you the utility of this Smart Dimension. I'll erase these dimensions, linear, aligned and angular. These all can be specified using Smart Dimension. Just type DIM and press enter. I can specify the linear dimension by clicking at the two endpoints, or else just hover the mouse over this line and see it is specifying the dimension. So just left click, hover over this line and specify the align dimension. In one command, we can use linear, aligned and angular as well. Next, to specify angular dimension, click at these two lines and see the angle is shown. So just left click to specify the dimension. So Smart Dimension is a very good feature as 3 types of dimensions can be specified using a single tool. So this is all about basic dimensioning in AutoCAD. So next we will go to Annotate tab and learn a few more dimensions. So first I'll draw a rectangle. I'll draw a few lines as well. I'll turn the ortho on. We have already covered these dimensions. Next is quick dimension. This is a very useful feature. I'll show you why. Shortcut for quick dimension is QD. Press enter. Select the object by using crossing selection as shown. Press enter. Move downwards and then left click. See, all the linear dimensions are specified at once. I'll increase the scale a bit. So type D and press enter. Click on modify. Under primary units tab, I'll change the precision to 0. Go to fit tab and then I'll increase the overall scale to 40. Then hit OK and close. I'll decrease the scale a bit. I'll change it to 25. So quick dimension can be used both horizontally as well as vertically. I'll show you an example. I'll turn all the layers off except the 0 layer. I'll keep the wall layer on. Now I want to add horizontal dimensions at the top. So I'll select the plan like this. Press enter. Then just left click to place all the dimensions. So you can see how quickly I have added all the dimensions using one command. Repeat quick dimension. Select the plan as shown. Press enter. And then left click in the side to place all the dimensions. So I'll close this window. I'll go to Annotate tab again. Next we will learn Continue and Baseline. I'll erase these dimensions. First I'll specify a linear dimension like this. Now I want to continue the dimension from point to point. For that I'll click on Continue or type DIMC and press enter. See, the dimension started from where we left the linear dimension. Now just click at the points up to which we want the dimension. Suppose I don't want this dimension. I'll skip the point and click at this point. Next, click at this point. Right click twice to exit. Next is baseline dimension. So you can click on it or type DIMB and press enter. I'll click on select and select this as the base dimension. So click and then click at the next points. Right click to exit and see all the dimensions are starting from a base point. This point is considered as the reference point and dimensions are added from point to point. So I'll erase this. Next is break. Suppose I'll add a linear dimension like this. This is not done as per common practice. This dimension is specified below, but to make you understand the break command, I did this. In some situation, vertical and horizontal dimensions overlap. In that case, we can use break. So click on break from here or type DIMBR and press enter. Select the dimension to break. Say I want to add break in this dimension. So I'll select this. Then select this one. So you can see the break is applied to this dimension. Similarly, if I would have selected this dimension first, then the break would have applied to this dimension. Right click to exit. Next is adjust space. I'll erase this and I'll add a few linear dimensions. Now we can adjust the space between the linear dimensions. For that, I have to click on adjust space or type DIMSP and press enter. First, I have to specify the base dimension. Then select the remaining dimension to be adjusted. Then press enter. Now we can enter the value ourselves or just press enter to fill up the space automatically. And you can see the space is adjusted automatically between the dimension lines. So these are all placed at an equal distance as seen. Next is jog line. We have learned jog dimension in case of a circle or an arc. So we can add a jog in case of a dimension. So we can click on dimension jog line or type DIMJOGL and press enter. First I have to select the dimension where I want to add the jog. So select it. Now click at the point where we want to add the jog. So this is done. We can edit it as well. I can move it like this. Next is inspect. First I'll draw a triangle. Now I'll add a few dimensions. You can click on inspect from here or type DIMIN and press enter. Now suppose I want to add the label and the inspection rate. So I can add the inspection rate from here, say 95%. If there is any label, then I can tick and add label, or otherwise I can untick. And here are 3 shapes. This is none, means no shape. Only inspection rate and label will show. You can choose any of these shapes. I am selecting the angular. Then I'll click on select dimension. I'll select this dimension and press enter. Hit OK. See, label is specified, so as the dimension and the inspection rate. I'll remove this comma. I'll change the precision to 0. So, this is all about inspect. We will learn about update while learning Dimension Style Manager. Next is reassociate. Suppose I want to edit this dimension. I want to change it from end to end to mid. For that, click on reassociate or type DIMRE and press enter. Select the dimension, press enter. Click at this point first and then click at this midpoint, and it has been reassociated and the dimension has also changed. Next is tolerance. We can add tolerance in our drawing. So click here or type TOL and press enter. See, here is symbol. Click on it. Lots of tolerance symbols are there. Those who have learned limits and tolerance will know all about this. Now suppose I want to add position tolerance. So I'll click on this symbol. I'll click here. See, this is diameter. I can add tolerance to diameter, say 0.05 or maybe 0.02. I'll click here. This is material condition. I'll select M. M means maximum material condition. We can add any secondary tolerance if we have. Here are 3 datums. A specific reference point. From here, this tolerance is specified. This is primary. This is secondary. And datum 3 is tertiary. I can add a reference like point A, B, and C. And hit OK. And then we can just left click to add this position tolerance. This symbol specifies position tolerance. We are adding a tolerance of 0.02 on diameter with maximum material condition and 3 datum points position with respect to these 3 reference points. So we can add tolerance as shown. Next is oblique. Now I want to align these extension lines. So command is DIME, enter, click on oblique, select this dimension, press enter. I'll select the aligning angle as 80, press enter. See, the extension lines are aligned at 80 degrees. Next is text angle. So type DIMTED and press enter. Select the dimension. Specify text angle as 5 degree and press enter. See, it's tilted by 5 degrees. Next is justify. So those who have worked in Word or Excel know this justify thing. This is justify left. Select the dimension and it goes to left. This is justify center. It's moved to center. And this one is justify right. This is override. You can clear override and go back to your previous position. two more commands, center mark and center line. First, I'll draw a random rectangle and a circle. Now, I want to add a center mark to the circle. For that, I can go to Annotate tab and click on Center Mark, or type CM and press Enter. Select the circle. See, the center mark is added. Right click to exit. And if you want only the center mark, not the extension lines, just double click on it and change the extension line to no. So it is done. Similarly, if you want a center line in between these two lines, for that click on center line or type CL and press enter. Select the two lines as shown and you can see the center line is added. You can double click on it and you can extend the extensor lines as shown. So this is extended on both sides. You can change other properties as well from here. So this is done. Next is Dimension Style Manager. To make you understand the Dimension Style Manager, I'll first draw a random rectangle. I'll add a few dimensions to it. I am using Smart Dimension tool. Now you guys already know how to increase or decrease text height and also how to replace or remove this comma. I'll tell you guys one more time. First we have to open the Dimension Style Manager. So type D and press enter. Click on Modify and in the Fit tab we can change the overall scale to increase or decrease the text height and the arrow size. And to remove this comma, we have to go to Primary Units tab and then change the decimal separator to period. And see, this is now 14.11. And we can also change the precision. We can change it to 0. Then hit OK and close. And see, it is automatically rounded off. So we can use this precision as per our drawing need. I'll repeat Dimension Style Manager command. Click on Modify. So first we will understand this Lines tab. So there are two types of line. One is dimension line, another one is extension line. These are extension lines and this one is the dimension line. I can change the color of the dimension line from here. Now this is red. I'll change it to bilayer. I can change the line type. Click on Others. Click on Load. Select line type you need. Hit OK. Select center. Hit OK again. Now the dimension line will be a center line. I'll keep it to continuous. We can also change the line weight, that is the line thickness. I'll keep it to bilayer for now. I'll come to baseline spacing in a while. From here we can suppress the dimension lines. Dimension line 1 from left and dimension line 2 from right. We can suppress both or either of these. If I tick the button, see, this is suppressed. And if I tick this one, both will be suppressed. I'll hit OK and close. See, the dimension line is vanished. Again type D and press enter. Click on Modify. I'll untick the suppressed dimension lines. Everything is same for extension lines. I can change the color. Extension line is on both sides of a dimension line. So we can change the extension line type on both sides. We can increase or decrease the line weight from here. We can suppress the extension lines as well. See, the dimension line is there, but no extension lines. I'll untick these two. Extend beyond dimension line means, let me first close this one. This part is the extend beyond dimension line and this one is the offset from origin. I'll type D and press enter, click on modify. This is offset from origin. And extend beyond dimension line is how much beyond it goes from the dimension line. I can opt for fixed extension line as well. This is 1.25 and I'll maintain this to 1.25 as well. Hit OK and close. Wherever I put the dimension, this line is fixed. On both sides, this is 1.25. I'll take a dimension and show you guys. So this is a fixed length extension line. Again type D and press enter. Click on modify. I'll untick this one. Next is baseline spacing. I'll close this. I'll erase these dimensions. I'll add a linear dimension like this. And then I'll click on baseline dimension and add these two dimensions as well. This is the baseline. Again type D and press enter, click on modify. Now I'll change the baseline spacing to 15. Hit OK and close. This spacing is known as baseline spacing. This is 3.75. I'll erase these two and again add baseline dimensions. Now see, this is no more 3.75. This is 15. I'll show you the spacing between the dimension lines. I'll type T and press enter again. Click on modify and I'll change it back to 3.75. Next is symbols and arrows tab. We can change arrow style from here. We can make it dot or architectural tick or anything we want. We can even maintain different arrow style on other end. In case of leader also, we can change the style. We can increase or decrease the arrow style from here. I am changing it to 10. See, all the changes have been applied. Type D and press enter again. Click on modify. I'll change it back to closed field. Arrow size to 2.5 as before. Next is center mark. So when we draw a circle, we can add a center mark. We can add a center mark to that from here. If we click on none, no center mark will be shown. This is the size of the mark and we can make it line as well. Next is dimension break. First I'll close this. The changes are not applied. I'll change these again. OK and close. Now it's applied. Now in some cases, the horizontal and vertical dimensions overlap. I'll just overlap a dimension like this. So to break the dimension line, click on break. Say I want to break this one. So select this, then select this one. You can see it is done. Now we can manipulate this break size. To do that, type D and press enter. Click on modify. I'll decrease the break size to 0.375. OK and close. See, the break size is reduced to 0.375. I'll reset the break size to 3.75. Again type D and press enter. Click on modify. See, here are a few arc length symbols. So first I'll draw a random arc. I'll specify the arc length for this arc. Again type D and press enter. Click on modify. Preceding dimension text means this symbol is preceding the text. If I change it to above, see what happens. The symbol goes above the text. And if I choose none, only the text will be shown. I'll change it back to preceding dimension text. This is the jog line. If I have a jog dimension, I can change the jog line and the jog height factor from here. Let me first add a jog dimension. This jog length and the height can be manipulated. So type D and press enter. Click on modify. Change these parameters to manipulate. Next is text tab. We will leave the standard and annotative part for now. We will learn this later. We can change the color of the text from here. Fill color. We can add a color to the background of the text from here. Hit OK and close. See, I'll erase this one. Again type D and press enter. Click on modify. I can change the text color. You can select a color of your choice. I'll select a dark color. OK. Close. See, this is now clearly visible. I'll type D and press enter again. Click on modify. Set it back to bilayer. This one to none. We can change the text height from here. We can change the height scale from here. We can draw a frame around the text. I'll check this box. Hit OK and close. See, a frame is shown around the text. Again type D and press enter. Click on modify. Here text placement is above the dimension line. If we make it center, it comes to the center of the dimension line. Below means it will go below the dimension line. I am not changing anything from here. View direction is from left to right. If we change it from right to left, it reverses. So I'll change it back to left to right. This can be maintained at center, or you can keep it at extension line 1 like this. If you make it over extension line, it looks like this. So I'll keep it to center. You can change the settings and look at the preview. And these are some text placement styles. We can keep it horizontal. Next is aligned with dimension line. So you can see the difference. In case of horizontal, it creates a jog. So you can keep as per your drawing requirement. You can keep it ISO standard as well. In the fit tab, this scale option is important. You can change the overall scale from here. And this one, if you have a small dimension, the text is not fitting into the area and the arrows as well. In that case, we will use this option, the best fit. It will automatically adjust everything. And if I suppress this, where the arrows doesn't fit due to small area, it will automatically suppress the arrows. In case of text placements, we will always keep it beside the dimension line. This is the best case. Overall scale I have already mentioned. Primary units we have learned, and these tabs are not that important. Tolerance part I have already covered. So this is all about Dimension Style Manager, and this will be it for this tutorial. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. So do comment if you have liked the video, and subscribe the channel if you want more such tutorials on AutoCAD. So thanking everyone. Bye-bye.